Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you.
What does the nanny do?
Okay, so we're done.
Goodbye.
You. Shut it off.
Do not twist my words. Do not make me a victim, sweetie.
Just look at the mountain. That's what you saw that day.
Just the knife in the kidneys over all these years and the sacrifices that I made to love you.
Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you.
Celebrate good times. Come on. Celebrate.
Celebration.
In this episode, we will be celebrating and we will be cringing. There are highs and lows, mids, rights, lefts, Cheeto complexion. Lots of things going on.
Lots of facial expressions happening.
Lot of facial expressions, absolutely. I was kind of going like, okay, episode 2, season 5, Kody begs for an answer. And I'm going, okay, we're just going to get more of the same.
Yeah.
Which we do get a little more of the same. But it surprised me how much was in this episode. There was a lot. So hopefully you all are buckled in.
It was flying at us.
And ready for this wild ride we called Sister Wives.
Wild indeed.
Wild, wild. Crazy. The episode opens with the adults on the couch, of course, where we are used to seeing them sitting on a couch. And they're talking about not being public before in their lives and how they were secretive and sharing examples about how fathers don't address their children in public and blah, 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 blah.
Robyn and Christine's families had to hide, and the dads were not able to address the children in public, yes. Of course, he has to bring up Robyn and her weird family situation, and Christine's, which actually I would say was more of like a normal polygamous situation for the time.
Yes, well, polygamy royalty.
Yes.
But yeah, we all know that Robyn just had a mom who was a whore, but that's another story.
Yeah. The moms were poly under duress. They were not trying to be. Well, at least the first one probably wasn't.
Right.
Robyn's mom was, yeah. Story for a different time, perhaps.
Christine talks about how her grandfather was put in jail because of plural marriage. Because he was, the leader of these freaks and these polygamists. And I was wondering, I'm like, was he put in jail before or after he was murdered by another polygamist leader? And then I realized it had to be before because he probably couldn't go to jail after he was murdered. Look at me. Logical deduction.
She cracked me up the way she said that her grandfather was put in jail.
Oh, yeah, the way she said it was totally
I was like,
that.
oh,
Utah.
wait, did he go to college at Yale? What do you mean?
No.
Oh, no. He went to jail.
Yes, to jail.
The way she said that was so funny.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, Jill?
Jail.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And Kody has this insane bowl cut thing that's flipped under. I don't know.
He looks so handsome.
It looks a little like Amish or something.
He just has a face and a haircut that I want to sit on.
It's very unfortunate in this episode, and it's a little different than his usual.
A little more tragic than the usual.
Way more tragic than the usual. It's, something else.
We also get flashbacks to when the kids were young and they were being homeschooled and they were in plig school, etc., and not in public. So they're kind of doing this narrative of like they weren't living like other people. It's like a theme to get us started into this episode because the adults are going to go to parent-teacher conferences.
Ooh.
So they're kind of teeing this up like, oh, yes, when the kids were young, they weren't like other children. Our families weren't like other families. We were denied rights.
We were hidden behind a curtain.
The worst curtain you've ever seen. So the adults are gathering to get ready to go to parent-teacher conferences. And it's just so lovely to see them supporting their children, showing up like parents should.
They're at Meri's house, and Kody says that he has to be better dressed than them, meaning the teachers. and he's wearing a full-on suit.
Yeah.
Like, what dad wears a suit to parent-teacher conferences? It looks like he's going on a mission. What are you doing with yourself here?
It's like he was reliving his glory days as a young man when he was on a mission.
Yeah, and of course it's about him. He has to be better dressed than them, the teachers.
Right. It was an odd comment because it's like, what are you implying something that you need to be more formal or elevated?
Look better than them?
Educators? I mean, it's not like we're talking about sewerettes. I mean, they're your teachers at the school.
Or do you think that he thought they'd be wearing suits too?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
And that he expected the teachers to be different, maybe. Because
Maybe.
they talk later on about how the kids have kind of glorified these teachers, and they are kind of like little, like, you know, hero conversations that the kids have about these teachers. And so maybe he feels like he needs to put on his monkey suit and impress them. And they're from this very weird culture where perhaps teachers in other schools were dressed up more. I don't know.
I mean, the kids being in public school for the first time and, you know, maybe not that week, but new to public school.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Seems like Kody would have recognized when going to school before, maybe he never did, that the other parents or adults aren't in suits. But I don't know.
It's
Whatever.
the self-centeredness coming back up, you know, like the fact that you have to be a one-upper.
Oh, of course. Kody Brown.
Yeah.
The Kody Brown. The star of this show.
Yeah.
It's his show. That's what he has been known to say. It's his show.
Isn't it, though?
It is.
It is the
totally
Kody
is.
Brown
It's
show.
the Kody Brown show. We're all just watching.
Meri talks about how nervous she is because she still has this mentality that they are still like in hiding, right? It's probably very hard to get out of that mentality when you go out in public with all of your other sister wives, which they've been doing and they've been showing it. But this is a little bit more of like the capacity of the situation is these are people that are in an authority position over your children. So it could be nerve-wracking, right? Like you want to make a good impression on them too. You don't want them to treat your children differently because of your situation. So
They talk about being the only polygamous family in school is likely because, you know, it's probably true. I don't think there was
yeah.
many other polygamous families in the Las Vegas public school. Robyn, oh God, we get some precious pearls from Robyn in this episode. She really brings that Robyn-ness that we've all come to love and adore. And she says something like, they've probably never had 5 parents in a room with a student. And it's like, what? Like, she's so dumb. And it's like, why are you even talking? I mean, maybe, I hope that a producer or a director was nudging her for a soundbite, because if she's just talking to fill the space, it's like, bitch, you're so dumb.
I think she is just talking to fill the space. I think she's just as self-centered as Kody, but not self-aware of it like Kody is. I think that she just feels the need to speak and fill voids of silence.
Yeah. With her brilliant thoughts.
Yeah.
And astute observations. What we're going to transition into is the parents at the school. And when they go to visit different teachers, they're talking about different kids that currently have these teachers or have had them in the past to discuss their academic status, as one does at a parent-teacher conference. And so we kind of get a little background and history storytelling of each child as they're going through. Now, these are high schoolers, so it's just the older kids. And we start with Leon. Of course, we're going to start with Leon.
We meet the wonderful and lovely Miss Hess, who is the Spanish teacher at the school that Leon currently has.
One of Leon's talking head moments, they say they want to be a doctor and that they want to be a polygamist. They wanted to be a doctor since they were 7 years old. I'm like, wow, how specific. 7. No.
They can't wait until the day that they can have sister wives.
Ooh.
Leon also talks about the closeness between them and their siblings, which is, you know, a cute tidbit.
Yeah.
Not sure. Throwaway comment.
Yeah.
Drawback that the producers made them say because they just took clips of the family videos and put them in.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah. Well, and also, I think Leon references something like, we didn't have a lot of friends because of their lifestyle, like kind of living more secluded or whatever the word would be. And so they developed such close relationships with each other. I mean, family members, siblings usually have close relationships. So I don't know what that means.
We had each other. Yeah, there's one thing that they did say at the beginning of the episode that I would like to mention. It was a weird comment that Kody made. He said, the kids grew up as siblings and family. We raised them as siblings. Like, are you fucking serious? They are siblings.
Yeah.
Why are you... The way he said it was just the dumbest thing ever. Like, we all get that. They are siblings. Like, you could have a first wife that you divorce and don't see and have a second wife that you have kids with and still raise those kids as siblings and not be in the same household and have the moms have any sort of interaction. Like, duh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're raised as siblings. I don't know. He's just so fucking weird sometimes. He says these things that he tries to say, like, so wise. Like, yes, we raised our children as siblings. And it's just like...
Yeah. The brothers and sisters are siblings.
Oh,
it's like
God.
this need to over-clarify because of the polygamy background, I'm assuming. But
yeah, like, do you not understand how family systems work?
right. And we're in season
general?
5. Like, we got it. We got it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Like, we're not the idiots here that are trying to understand your family anymore. You're the idiot that doesn't understand just, like, normal life. Okay? Quit over-explaining to us.
It's so true. We are not the idiots that don't understand.
You are!
Oh, my God. It's so true. Now, the Spanish teacher lets us know that Leon has chosen a Spanish name that means yellow.
Amarillo.
Amarillo.
Amarillo. And Madison chose for her name Zorro, which means fox.
Fox.
Which I have to say, my Spanish teacher, who was from Spain, told us really funny terms that, actually meant something in Spanish, like little swears or little like slights that you could say. And one of them was you could call a woman a zorra, which means fox, like a foxy lady, a bad lady, like a bad woman, like a naughty woman. So it's kind of funny that that was the name that Madison chose. And the slang of Zorro didn't translate like that in Spanish class in high school, I suppose. But it's funny that my Spanish teacher in college, who was from Spain, was like, yeah, you don't want to call a woman that. It's an insult.
Oh.
He literally was like, it's an insult.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a funny little side note.
Oh, Maddie. The true definition of a well-behaved woman never makes history. Because that bitch makes some history. I'm just kidding. Love you, Maddie. So, at one point, it's funny when they're having this conversation with the Spanish teacher, she's speaking, I think she says something like, we only speak Spanish in the classroom. And so then she's just rolling off some phrases to be like, look, here's an example of me as a Spanish teacher. And she calls them bonita.
Bonitas chicas.
Yes, bonitas chicas. And even like
Cuatro bonitas chicas.
Yes, and then, no, muy bonita.
Muy bonita.
She emphasizes that they're so beautiful. Now, what's funny is they all kind of laugh.
Yeah.
And in a way that makes me think they all get it. But then Meri, of course, acts like she doesn't know what it means. She's like, I didn't know. And it's like, bitch, you couldn't decipher what this means just based on logical deduction? I mean, I'm not a fluent Spanish speaker.
I am.
But I could certainly figure out that she was talking about 4 beautiful women. I mean, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to connect these dots. Meri struggled. She struggled.
I feel like one of these women, and I won't even say one of these women, Meri or Robyn are always playing the pick-me role. Like Christine and Janelle kind of like float in the background and say, like Janelle says serious things sometimes. Christine says silly, lighthearted things a lot or quippy stuff. And then you've got Robyn and Meri, the first and the last, that are like, pick me, no, pick me. I'll say the cute thing. I'll say the cute thing. It's like, sit down and shut up and lower your hand, please. Like that girl in class where it's like, yes, we know that you know the answer and you're trying to say it out loud so everyone knows how smart you are. Now shut the fuck up.
Yeah, except for Meri comes across as an idiot in this situation. So good for her.
Yeah.
Now, our next stop on the parent-teacher conference tour is with a coach named Miss Leah. Now, what's funny is at first I thought the name was like Aaliyah, like the singer from back in the day, who tragically died. But unfortunately for me, her name's actually just Miss Leah. And I'm like, okay, well, that's less impressive.
Well,
But
unfortunate for her, too. Boring,
Miss Leah. Just kidding.
Change
Love you,
your
Miss Leah.
name. So boring.
Get a more interesting name, Miss Leah. Oh, my God. Terrible.
How bad is her last name that she goes by Miss Leah?
Right?
That's what I want to know.
Maybe it's Lee. Her name's like Leah Lee. Like, oh, God.
Or she's trying to be that cool teacher that's like, you can call me by my first name, but put Miss in front of it.
Oh, God, I demand respect. Kody walks in with his suit, and she's like, oh, my God. She's like, I pray to Aaliyah. Aaliyah, this is Miss Leah.
Aaliyah, it's Miss Leah. I'm on my knees. Please.
Wow, I'm getting dumb real quick on this one. Whew. But now, Miss Leah has Aspen in class this year, and she fills us in that Aspen has missed some time. But of course, as a responsible young adult, she approached Miss Leah and said, I have missed some class. I know this. I would love an opportunity to make up my grade. So whatever you do with a coach, I guess in gym class or something. I don't know that they said the class. I'm assuming it's gym.
It looked like it was like a choir classroom or something that they were sitting in, but that doesn't mean that that's the class it was. But they're not very clear about what she is a coach of. And
Right.
I've never, even in gym class, called the gym teacher a coach when it came to parent-teacher conferences. Like, we might be like, Coach so-and-so, because
Yeah.
they were also a coach of a team. But it was not made clear to us all.
Yes, I never called my teachers in gym class coach, even if they were coaches.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't know what that's all about.
But we all
Must be a
don't
local
believe that
thing.
Aspen's like the star of the tennis team or anything. So it's not like we're confused that way, right? I don't know. I assumed choir.
Well, there was one cutaway where Aspen had the darkest eyeliner on. Did you recall seeing this? It was like a flashback moment, but not too far away in the past. It was like her and Maddie sitting at a counter, and Aspen's eyes looked as black as my soul. I was like, girl, like, lighten up on the eyeliner. But, you know.
Well, Janelle does that too. It's like she has these little tiny eyes on her moon white face and no eyebrows and then black eyeliner.
Yeah. Intense.
Yeah.
Very Britney Spears today.
Yeah, very Britney Spears. Britney Spears is a little more lived in, I would say.
Well, that is true. This looked a little more fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh and impactful.
Little like, okay, maybe I burned the tip of my eyeliner with a lighter and then rubbed that under my eye, like, and got that crisp, like,
Oh.
soft tip of the eyeliner under there and
Of the what?
got right on into that waterline.
Did you just talk about Cody's soft tip? We're talking about his children. This is disturbing, darling. Now, Aspen tells us that she may want to be a polygamist. She thinks she might want to, but she doesn't want to wait for the perfect family, of course. She's in a hurry to lock a man down and get knocked up and live her best life, working in retail. I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't want to wait around like my family did to find the perfect family.
Yeah. It's like, let's see. Aspen's mom is Christine. No, Christine was not a child bride. She was technically an adult, so she did wait around a long time in that cult. This is where we get a little couch moment from Christine talking about her disappointing child Aspen and how she missed class. And her nose is redder than ever. It is a stoplight. It is a stop sign. It is Ronald McDonald on her nose. Just pointing it out.
We have Christine, who could use a little bit more makeup on her nose, and her daughter that's got a little too much of it under her eyes. But yeah.
It's true. And then on the couch, the parents are talking about this kind of truancy, this tardiness of their children. And Meri says that Leon comes to her saying, Christine lets Aspen miss class when trying to get out of school themselves. And she says, well, and shares it as an example. And it's funny because, of course, they do a cutaway to Christine and she's pulling her face in and all, a gasp. She's shocked. Oh.
Well, the way Meri says it, she's like, yeah, I'm not Christine.
Yeah.
I don't care. I don't care. You need to go to school, Leon.
Right. Totally makes Christine sound like a deadbeat parent.
Yeah.
Is deadbeat parent the right word?
Deadbeat parent. Neglectful parent.
Neglectful parent.
Laid back. Like too laid back.
Right. A failure is what I would say.
Failure. Okay, yeah. That's what she was going
Mary's
for.
trying to infer that Christine is a failure as a parent.
Well, it does make it hard to tell your child who is like in the same age group, no, you've got to go. But yet we're all your mommies, so you can listen to all of your mommies here and we all have a say. But Christine's over here like, nah, you need a mental health day, girl. You take it.
Yeah.
And this is like the early 2010s where it's like mental health days were not a thing yet. So maybe she's not wrong. Maybe Aspen does need a day to stay home here and there. And then you've got Meri that is like the militant mom. Like, no way in hell, Leon, are you missing a day and you're going to be a doctor? That will not happen under this roof.
Could you imagine seeing a doctor who skipped gym class in high school?
You will die and go to hell if you miss one day, Leon.
Miss Leah is going to be so disappointed in
Say
you.
goodbye to your dreams of being a doctor. God.
So absurd. But no, it is funny because how many days of gym class do you miss? I mean, this is just, sometimes they bring these things up and I'm like, really like truancy with gym class? I was like, what, was Aspen on her period for a month straight? I mean, it's just insane.
It has to have been enough time for it to have been significant enough to affect her grade where she needed to make it up.
Right.
So,
And like making up gym class, like I don't even know what that means. Be like Mary's child. Never miss a day. Also, I'm noticing they're showing the parents walking down the hallway going on to their next conference moment, and they are strutting the halls, and there's no one else around. Not a single soul in that hallway. Okay, they're filming a show. You know, they're not going to get releases from, whatever. But it just comes across as this, like, eerie, odd thing. Like, when you're a parent, when I was in middle school, high school, and you go to parent-teacher conferences, there are other parents going places and doing things. It's not like they shut the school down for you and your special conferences where they tell you that you're truant.
they also show them outside of the school, like before and after talking, and it's clear that they're still at the school and there's nobody around.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like they asked these teachers, would you please come in on a Saturday so that we could film our parent-teacher conferences instead of the day where everyone else is doing it?
Ugh, I hope Miss Leah made Aspen do some extra laps for that. Unbelievable.
Oh, we meet the favorite teacher of all the teachers,
Dr. Guido!
Dr. Guido.
Guido! What a great last name, Guido.
Guido.
Dr. Guido.
I want to meet Dr. Guidette.
Oh,
I want to
God.
meet his wife. What's she like? Does she look like Fran Drescher? That's what I want to know. Probably.
Mr. Sheffield!
Mr. Guido!
I love my Guido husband. Well, Dr. Guido is currently Hunter's teacher. Hunter has him for some class. I don't know that we caught the class, but whatever. This is, once again, we're going to get a little backstory on Hunter, just like we do with all of these older children. And Janelle says it took Hunter a year to acclimate to Vegas. And they give us some, flashbacks to times and things we've already discussed. No
All
one
of the
cares.
struggles they flashed through.
Mm-hmm. Him eating yogurt and being all like, I want to be in football. I'm an angsty teen. It's like, amen. Hunter says he wants to be an athlete or a trainer when he grows up. Perhaps a pro athlete. I think he says like pro athlete or an athlete or a trainer. And it's like, oh, a pro athlete. Yes. So many of those dreams come true.
Yeah. I think that this poor kid, like, every time that I see him, I have to laugh because he looks like the quintessential meathead, too.
Yeah, he does.
Like the square, like, head, the hair, like, of that time.
Thick neck.
This very thick neck and, like, stocky.
Like, if he came across as more of an asshole, he would totally be a typical bully type thing. But he doesn't come across as an asshole, so that's
No,
nice.
he's very kind. You can tell that he's a kind person.
Yeah.
You know.
And he's got that in some of these cutaways, he's got that pimple right on the face that's like, pop me, I'm on a teenager. And I'm like, ooh, God.
Huge,
Ooh.
yeah.
Like,
Huge.
if someone was filming me when I was in high school, there'd be moments of like, pop that pimple.
I would have been, pretty embarrassed if I was like looking back. Actually, I will say in high school, I had amazing skin. I didn't get pimples like at all in high school. And it was wasted on my youth because I got adult acne, which I would argue is worse. I would rather have had it as a teen and gotten it out of the way than had it as an adult. So
I'm so glad that when I had it, it was literally like life was terrible. Everything sucked. Hormones were everywhere. So just add some acne on it. You know?
Yeah. Get it out of the way.
The parents talked to the teacher about the boys swearing. Oh, we seem to hear some curse words at home. And I believe Christine gave us a lovely quote here. Darling, did you catch her specific quote?
Christine says that they've found out that Logan has F-bomb dropping skills from the younger kids. He's found out.
F-bomb dropping skills.
Yeah, they found out from the younger kids about these F-bomb dropping skills.
Oh, God.
But then Dr. Guido does say that all of the kids are very respectful and that they should be proud of that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that vibes.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that tracks. They probably are really well behaved in class for the most part, right? I mean, they're teenagers. But I highly doubt that Logan's in school being like, fuck this! Like,
Right.
No, he's not. And it's also a tie-in from the footage that we had with them going up to Lehigh when, you know, Leon was wagging the finger at the naughty, naughty
Tisk,
words.
tisk.
Naughty, naughty words.
When he says, what did he say? Man the fuck up
Yeah.
to Hunter. Yeah.
Stop being a little bitch, Hunter.
Dr. Guido, he says that Logan has barely said 2 words his entire time there at the school.
Yeah, very quiet.
Very quiet.
I find that to be a little surprising. Logan seems like just, I would say, at the least run-of-the-mill with conversation, you know? Like, he doesn't strike me as quiet.
I think he probably is very shy.
Okay.
I think he's probably shy. Like, he probably shines in the family because he's the oldest child, but it's one of those things where you put that person out into public and they might shine, like, in their family, but they don't shine in public.
Are you calling Logan dull?
I mean, not necessarily.
You're like, well, I didn't say that, but if that's where we're going.
It's like when you think of like the theater star kid at a school who's like amazing when they're in their own high school and then they go off to the
her
big
name is Kimber.
They go off to the big leagues and they are not a star anymore. They are one of many.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of the
How did it feel when that happened to you, honey?
Right. It felt really, really wonderful. I don't know. That's the vibe that I get. I feel like he's probably actually really shy and passive in school and like doesn't get noticed and like doesn't maybe have many friends other than his siblings that he's had for forever.
Sure.
But who knows?
Now we get to talk about Maddie, my favorite child. Madeline. Is that her full name?
Madison.
Madison.
Madeline.
Well, you know, whatever. I forget about her. She wants to be an entrepreneur. Or maybe do hair. And then she can do her own hair for free.
She wants to be an entrepreneur, go to hair school, pay her way through college, and then she can do her own hair for free too. So she thinks that she is just going to easily like go through hair school quick, get her license so that she can work and do hair and pay her way through college and then just be able to do her own hair for free. Because you know what, being a hairdresser isn't a career at all. And I just would get my license so I could do my hair for free. Like,
Right.
Let's put 10 grand down the drain just so I can do my hair for free.
Very reasonable. Very normal.
I looked at Chris and I said, she looks like she's high.
She did kind of have a
She
Stony
kept doing these like
Baloney's look.
weird eye roll things and like was talking out of the side of her mouth kind of and had her
Yeah.
head down weird.
It's like I can do my hair for free. Yeah.
Free.
Yeah, man.
And I was just having flashbacks to my own life because I literally did that plan, but not on purpose. And I'm like, girl, you have no fucking idea. I spent like almost 20 grand to go to beauty school, and then my body and my knees started getting old. Told me I couldn't do it anymore.
Well, let's make sure that we remind our studio audience. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
So great to see you all.
My knees started falling apart.
Well, yes, Kimber's knees are crap. Also, that these are high schoolers, so we're going to only judge in the way that we're already judging. But just putting an asterisk that we should be more gentle.
I
But we're not
cannot
going
be
to.
gentle about this because she has no idea what she wants to do, and she's just thinking hair is going to be an easy thing to do. And
Oh, she has that entrepreneurial spirit, darling.
oh my gosh.
Also, her hair is generally terrible. So I'm like, oh, great. You're going to do hair. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't really sell beauty when you look like the Beast, but that's what they used to say all the time to us in school.
Well, it's a little bit like what the Keeblers don't have shoes or whatever the phrase
my
is, you know,
God.
like
Cobblers.
thank you, the cobblers.
Like
Well, the
the
Keeblers,
Keebler elves.
the cookies.
You can't make cookies if
They
you don't
can't-
have a hat.
Or shoes.
No
And,
fat.
Maddie can't do hair because her hair's terrible. Like, oh my God, her hair's awful all
But
the time.
actually, that hair is very what people had at that time. I had hair like that too at that time sometimes. The curly, crunchy, curly ramen hair.
I know, but the tones are just awful. And she's always like, I want to have black hair with my crazy
True.
skin, and then I want to have copper red hair. And I'm like, oh my God, could you just pick a normal color?
Yeah.
And I used to have crazy colored hair. I was never deluding myself into thinking I was going to do hair for a way to pay myself through college or something. I
Right.
don't even know.
That's why this whole thing was just actually really funny to me, because I'm like looking at not even myself, because I was definitely not like that when I was in high school, but I just saw some of my younger years flash before my eyes with the exact thing that she was laying out for herself. And I was like, don't do it. Don't do it.
I'm going to have to Photoshop a photo of Maddie, but with your face.
Like superimposed over. Like those 90s
maybe
portraits.
Animorph. Oh, yeah. We'll
Oh,
just combine you and Maddie. It'll be true beauty.
They do show her and her friends sitting around a pool with their long pants rolled up and just their ankles in the pool water. And she's wearing just a normal V-cut top that looks normal on everybody. But there's a boy sitting across from her staring at her nunga-nungas in her shirt.
Oh my God. Kody had an aneurysm when he saw that.
I bet.
He was like, my whore of a daughter with her tits out. And it's
Oh my
okay,
gosh.
Kody, calm down.
She's talking about how she wants privacy and she doesn't get privacy in her home because, she's one of the older siblings and that's all she wants out of life is some privacy. She just has this shitty attitude.
She doesn't have one mom. She has 4, and they're always asking to look at her phone.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to be a polygamist because there's too many people in each other's business, and she doesn't want people in her business. I mean, I get it.
I don't know. She just has this attitude, and I can't even say it's a shitty attitude because it's a teenage girl attitude. I'm sure I had the exact same attitude, but the way that she is rolling her eyes and sitting there and she's kind of just talking, I don't know, maybe I want to do this, I'm not really sure. And she just looks high, and it's just unfortunate for her.
And she's probably painfully sober.
Do you really think so? Do you think that she did not drink with those
I
friends?
don't think she got stoned or anything. I think she was pretty straight-laced. But she did,
This episode made me question.
I'm not going to say that she's doing drugs. She's abusing drugs. Okay, so
I'm just curious after that couch interview with her. I am very curious, actually.
after Dr. Guido wraps up his conversation with these parents, got a little chuckle because Janelle's going, oh, yes, the kids, they just talk so highly. And, oh, my God, I was getting a little, I had a little, God, what did she say? That she was nervous? Oh, yeah. Janelle says that she was nervous about meeting the teachers because the kids talk about them so much. And when she was getting out of the desk,
She's squeaking her ass out of one of those desks that has the desktop attached to it, and
To
it's
the chair.
metal.
Yes.
And I
Oh,
can
God.
just as
As a man of a certain age, I don't think I'd be sliding out of it like Britney Spears in her heyday, okay? Like, hit me, baby, one more time. Maybe, Janelle. Can you imagine Janelle doing hit me, baby, one more time?
God.
But, yeah, she did get out of a chair or a desk, and it was filmed, and we watched it.
Why did they do that to her?
I know the editors on this show are terrible.
They
Like,
do
why would you
that
leave
stuff
that
to
in?
her over and over again, and it's painful to watch, and I'm sure that it's uncomfortable for her. But also, why do they do that to parents at parent-teacher conferences, too? Like, sit them in the desks like they're about to get their knuckles rapped by the teacher? Like, you don't need to be having adults sit in these desks. You're setting them up for failure.
At least it wasn't an elementary school desk. Like, it was
True.
for high schoolers. But Janelle is not a tiny person. So it was just a little tragic. And I don't want to shame her about it. I do just feel bad for her that it was left in the fucking clip. Like, why
They didn't need to do that to her.
Unbelievable.
Even in high school, I didn't know where to put my elbows in those fucking desks. Like, and then you get these adults and somebody like that's larger sitting there, and it's like they could have just cut the clip before that happened.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
It was odd. They do that so often, though, and I feel like specifically to her, and it's like, what are you trying to do? Like, they've made it seem like they were friends with the producer and, like, all of the camera people over the show over all of these years. But you know some of this stuff has to be intentional, and we joke a lot about the producers not being intentional and kind of just, like, being shitty at stuff, and they're getting lucky about things falling together sometimes.
Yeah.
But there's things like this that they chose to leave in, and there was probably better footage that could have taken up 10 seconds of the show, and they didn't do that.
Yeah.
And why?
I don't know. I just feel bad for her because nobody wants to see themselves trying to get out of a school desk. God. Now, unfortunately, we go from that to something even worse, which is McKelty. I just have like so many UGHs about McKelty.
I was just going to say, but we get to go to Miss Rule's class, and Miss Rule is a big fan of McKelty's.
Oh, sorry. I trauma blocked McKelty's teacher because I was so disturbed by talking about McKelty. Oh, God.
Yep. Record scratch, McKelty's here.
McKelty's in the room. And she's like, I want to be a world famous fashion designer when I grow up.
It was really dramatic shift.
Oh, and the way that she talks about like string coming together to make a shirt. Now, did you write these quotes down? Because the one that I know is how fabrics come together to make a glorious dress. And I vomited in my mouth.
She's like, you can have these fabrics and these pieces and these strings come together and just make like a fabulous shirt. I'm pretty sure that's what she said. And she was just speaking very dramatically and using terms that she thought were bigger than they were because they're part of the fashion world.
World.
Whenever I see her, I just hear that like record scratch.
Yep.
And then she talks.
She's like, I want to be like Versace when I grow up.
Versace.
And she says all of this in her oddly dramatic tone, which she got from her mother. And I just wish she would have been dropped on her head a few more times as a child because maybe it would have like knocked it into like a normal place. Oh, McKelty. Love you, McKelty.
Well, Miss Rule does love her. She says that McKelty can get along with anyone.
Oh,
you can put her in a group with anyone and she can talk to anyone. I don't doubt that.
What a nightmare. I'm just like imagining McKelty talking all day, every day to everyone. Oh, God.
Yep. More tragic speaking. I agree.
Yeah, she's a mess. She's terrible.
Yeah.
And she's one person I don't mind talking shit about when they're a minor. She's like in high school and I'm like, you should just give up on all your dreams because none of them are coming true.
Oh,
but
gosh.
I'm glad you are delusional enough to think that you could have glorious fashions.
A world famous fashion designer. Brr, brr, brr. It's like,
When you did that, I just had a visual of a school bus like driving into a tree and like McKelty's in it. And I'm like, yay.
oh no.
Yeah. Well, she didn't die. She
Too
just was
far.
horribly deformed from the accident.
Like
and
Regina George.
She's got the, I'm going to be a world famous designer.
Neck brace on.
Oh, McKelty.
She gets the bedazzler out. comes back to school and her neck brace is literally just bedazzled.
Did you see my neck brace? Did you see my neck brace? And the teacher's like, she can talk to anyone. And everyone's like, stop talking.
I'm thinking of selling these online.
Oh my God. If it was today, I've got my neck braces on Etsy. Oh my God. Okay. Now, this was when Janelle actually talked about being nervous about meeting the teacher. Sorry, I blew my load early. What's to be expected.
Yeah.
Now, Robyn has another moving moment. I was almost brought to tears for the first time in this episode because she really touched me in places that I don't want Robyn to touch me. And she's talking about the teachers going home after the parent-teacher conferences and what they must say about their polygamous family. And I don't know that I got it word for word. Do you know if you did?
Robyn would like to be a fly on the wall when they go home and talk to their spouses at the end of the night. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes, but...
Oh, God.
You do a better Robyn voice than me. This is the problem.
Oh.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall when the teachers go home to hear what they have to say to their wives and husbands about us. And I was like, loser, loser. She specifically said wives and husbands. There's no way she said spouse. Yeah, she could not. She doesn't know the word spouse. Like
Me in my mind making her smarter
I
than
know.
she
Remember,
is.
it's just a recent episode. It was the other way where I said it smarter and you were like, no, no, no.
But then she does her shrug with her two hands up in the air. The did I do that shrug? And then she goes,
What an idiot.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Oh, God. This woman needs to be pushed down a flight of stairs immediately.
She thinks so highly of herself
Oh, yeah.
and the fame of this family and the fact that they're polygamists and they're weird, that everyone just must go home and talk about them.
Of course.
You are not the center of the goddamn universe.
Robyn.
She literally acts like that. And the quote and the shrugging and the fake dramatic motion that she made when
I
she
wish you
said
could see
it.
this right now. Yes.
And the way she puts her chin up and out.
Yep. It's like a cartoon character.
She really, truly thinks that these teachers don't just want to get the fuck home at the end of the night and not think about the kids for a little bit. Like,
Everybody wants to talk about me and my square face. Like, oh my God, Robyn.
It's like you're the star of your own story. Like, yes, you got a TV show and yes, you're part of a weird family dynamic, but you're not the center of the goddamn
I don't think
universe.
it's quite hit Robyn in the jugular yet. How many Americans will hate her? How many people around the world will hate her?
Yeah.
Is Robyn perhaps the most hated person in the world?
Yeah.
Well, we've got a president who might be hated a little more these days. But Robyn. It's Robyn.
But what about of all of the, like, multitudes and majority of the people that just don't give a fuck?
Right.
Or know who you are.
Right.
And she just seems to think that it's like she's going to sneeze in a Kleenex and someone's going to want to buy it from her all of a sudden. Like,
she could doodle it on her graph paper and make a crinkled up Kleenex inspired necklace for all of her fans.
Maybe I could get the house instead of selling my body on the street. I could sell my dirty underwear online on eBay.
Robyn's eBay account is Miss Panty Huffer.
That's giving her too much credit. She wouldn't have even thought of doing something smart enough like that.
No, you're right.
Ugh,
it would have been called like Robyn Brown Loves God. It's like used panties. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I was going to go somewhere real bad with that. I won't go there.
It's okay. This is an NC-17 podcast. Put your children to bed, listeners.
I was going to say,
Lock the door.
she only sells the ones online that the stains look like Jesus.
Well, Robyn has earned enough shit stains from us.
The shit stains in her underwear that look like Jesus, she sells them on eBay.
If you squint, this shit stain looks like Jesus. Whoa. We are off the rails. See, this episode has literally caused me to have a TBI. Like, I barely survived it. Now, thank God we're going to have a little break here. And we're going to come back with Mona Riki. Mona. Well, she's not in the first moments of this. But Mona makes her return, which I'm very excited about. Meri is telling us that Mona Riki called her to tell her. Oh, God, you guys. I need to start this all over. We are reliving history right now. A monumental moment in Sister Wives history. On this podcast, this episode will go down in infamy because we finally get our first reference to Meri's wet bar. This is a big deal. The wet bar is like its own character. And we're finally being introduced to the wet bar. It's so exciting.
Oh, it's come up before, but not like this, darling.
Oh, did it already come up?
It did.
Oh, damn it. Sorry,
It did.
everybody.
I hate to break it to you. But
Am I on this podcast?
No, this is the first time where it becomes like a huge thing.
Oh, that's right. She's referenced it, but now it's going to be a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mona calls Meri to tell her she can't have the hobby room and the pantry off of the kitchen without having the 5th bedroom in her house. Now, we have discussed this before because remember we were talking about how Janelle's like, how can I cut every room out of this house? How can I trim it down to the bare bones? How can I have 1 bedroom and 1 bathroom? It's like, girl, there's a floor plan. You pick the 4 or 5 bedroom option. Like, that's pretty much probably what it is. And Meri's finding out she can't have her hobby room and a pantry off the kitchen without doing the 5 bedroom option. Now, I'm wondering if in the 4 bedroom option, she could have a hobby room and some storage for some food. Probably not. Probably not. That's probably not a possibility. But really, it's about the wet bar.
She is just like, I need this wet bar to be able to entertain, and I love to have people in my home, and I need to have this to entertain, and now I'm questioning the money thing in the kids versus rooms. And it's like, girl.
I need a wet bar.
Or you could just save the money and then add the wet bar after?
Well, yeah,
What?
that could be an option. Or she could just walk her dumb ass the 6 feet to the kitchen sink because what we find out is the wet bar is literally right next to the kitchen anyway. So it's like
in the
bitch.
kitchen.
Yeah, like it's just insane.
It's the dumbest thing ever. And okay, if you have the 4 bedroom option, one of those 4 rooms can be your fucking hobby room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
why does the
God.
hobby room have to be like off of the back of your kitchen and pantry?
Right.
I don't understand it. What are you going to be doing? Are you going to be deciding that each of those rooms you're going to just get a foreign exchange student all of a sudden? And like, no one's discussed this and we don't know about it, but you're going to be housing people in those other rooms? Like,
She's like, we don't have enough people in our family. We need to house strangers.
like what is happening here? Any sane person would be like, fine, I don't need a 5th room. I can change things afterwards.
Well, true. You know, plumbing, it's not easy to just actually put in a wet bar, to be fair. Like, you don't just plumb in a wet bar. They don't have basements. It's the desert. It's slab. But I want to remind us of a comment we got on an episode where someone was pointing out how Meri and Kody were selling the pink drink, the concoction, the magical water that's going to turn you into a pure person and all whatever. So apparently someone read or heard somewhere that she really wanted this for entertaining, yes, but for entertaining so that they could literally hawk product.
Oh my God.
Which I'm also going like, what, you can't have people in your house and hawk product from the kitchen? Because the kitchen itself is big. It has an island or a bar. It's got all this stuff. Why does she need another bar? She's insane.
It's honestly an excuse. It's an excuse. She's glommed onto this idea and now she can't get it out of her head and she thinks she needs it. You don't need it, even to like hawk your dumb, weird drink mix.
Yes.
And
the hair's blocking it in her head, honey.
oh my
She
God.
can't get it out of her head because the hair.
They're twisting this and turning it into a plot line, and the viewer literally has no idea Yeah, it's just very bizarre, and they're giving the viewer more reasons to hate her and like not giving the full story, and
Yeah.
that it's just very weird.
Well, and I suspect it's really about how if you start doing business on a show, I mean, there's like the Bethany Frankel clause, which is like if you're going to talk about a business, you generally have to like pay a portion to the show after you've signed a contract. And that's why I also think that My Sister Wife's Closet is not Sister Wives, it's Sister Wife's Closet, because I think they were worried about naming rights and things like that.
Yeah.
But you are right that to not actually talk about the real reason she wants a wet bar, let's say, you know, hypothetically, the real reason is so that they can sell shitty goods. It just makes her look even crazier.
Yeah.
Insane. And like she could just say, I sell products, because later on in the show when they talk about her LuLaRoe clothes and all the things she does, she's like, I sell I sell clothing on an online boutique or something. Like you could just say, we sell products from home. I mean, it's not the end of the world.
They could easily have added it in and said something, some sort of thing that made sense.
I think it is better for the show that we don't know this.
Because it just makes her look selfish as fuck.
We're going to get some really, really good material out of this.
Yeah.
Including where we get these flashbacks to Janelle guilting Meri for the big home and her reckless spending, which I love. Janelle gives so many looks right now, and it happened more, I feel like, with Robyn at the beginning of the show because she just didn't know what to like say or do.
Yeah.
And now that Meri is like having her breakdowns over needing a McMansion, Janelle is just staring. She's picked something in the room and she's looking at it, and it starts with blasé and it ends with, are you fucking kidding me? And it's fun to watch that transition happen.
This is when we find out that they get an equal budget.
Yeah, Kody shows up at Meri's house. After she's like, Mona told me that I can only have, that I need 5 bedrooms to have a wet bar. And Cody's like, so in other words, to have the wet bar, you need the 5th bedroom? And I'm like, in other words, these people. So yeah, Kody says that they're going to distribute the money equally for each wife with their home. You know, rocket science, I guess.
And this is where I looked at you and I said, my opinion, I feel like it is beginning to change. Because Janelle talks about how she began to worry that she would be put out and not have the budget for a room or other things that she really needed because of what someone else wants in the family.
Due to the equality of budget.
Yep.
Like she has a whole brood of children to take care of, and Meri has 1 kid.
And then right after Janelle makes this comment about, okay, like the seriousness of like needing to budget for having enough bedrooms, of course, Meri just makes a comment again right away about her wet bar. Just completely ignores what Janelle says about being worried about having to, you know, go without a room. Oh, but my wet bar and blah, blah, blah. It's like, you fucking tone deaf bitch. Shut up.
But my wet bar.
Literally in like the same clip right after. And I was like, there was no editing that in. They didn't do that. That wasn't editing gold. She's just that fucking clueless and stuck on her 1-track mind about her wet bar right now.
Yeah.
And this is where my tone started shifting. I know I've said it, that I feel like Meri deserves an equal budget and it's not fair to give her less because she has less kids. But I think I'm going to change my stance because I think as a mom, like with children, if I was in a situation like this, I'd be like, so you think my fucking kids should go without because you want a wet bar and a craft room?
Right.
Like shove it where the sun don't shine.
Right. Like the 4-bedroom McMansion isn't enough for you and your 1 kid. It just is weird. And it's like they've teed it up with this whole thing where we're supposed to feel bad for Meri because she shouldn't get shortchanged because of her infertility issues. Well, okay, but now she's actually just kind of being a tone-deaf bitch. Like, it's ridiculous.
You guys are supposed to work together. You're supposed to be a family that helps each other, and you're being selfish. So selfish. I'm like, one of those rooms can easily be your craft room or your hobby room, as she's calling it.
Oh, yeah, hobby room.
And as far as the wet bar, when they actually get into like one of the houses and show us where it's at, it is literally a 1-2 step from the kitchen sink.
Yeah. Totally. It is literally around the corner from the kitchen peninsula or whatever.
Yeah,
Like, it's
hop,
insane.
skip, and jump.
It's insane. And it's also like a 4-foot wide bar with a sink in it. I mean, it's not even... Who knows? Now, this is the model home. Maybe Meri will end up with a different wet bar. We can't predict the future.
This is true. It could be.
She's like, I don't need the normal wet bar. I need the mega wet bar.
Yeah. I need the one that I have to climb stairs to get to.
Like right next to the kitchen. Like insane.
God.
So at this point, the adults they venture over to meet the builders at a model home to discuss these ticky-tacky homes they pulled out of a catalog, and they're going to discuss what their options are. I noted that one of the builders or one of the presidents, the president, the vice president, whatever, of Pinnacle Homes was there. So Pinnacle Homes. I'm only saying the name because I noticed it. Pinnacle Homes. Kody summarizes the whole 5th bedroom wet bar debacle. About how it's so funny because I don't know if it is editing, but it's like they're all standing around in this house, like all of the adults, Mona and the builders. And he's like, so the biggest issue we've got is this 5th bedroom in the wet bar. Meri just brought it. She just dropped her load on me today. She just shit in my pants and it looked like Jesus. And now here we are. We got to talk about it.
I'm going to sell it to pay for these holes.
Meri needs a wet bar. Robyn, where's your shit stained underwear? Oh my God.
He literally says, too, he's like, this is just the thing that I got to get out of the way because it came up today and we got to get this out of the way and we got to handle this first.
Yeah.
So why can't we have the wet bar without the 5th bedroom? But
yes. Oh, no, I don't know.
Janelle, if looks could kill.
Yeah. Oh, man. Poor Janelle.
She's literally staring off and just like, this is the first fucking question you're going to ask these builders about.
Right.
Is her wet bar.
There's 4 wives, 1 husband. They're building 4 homes. And the first question is about Meri's fucking wet bar. How wet
And
bar?
everyone's wondering why she's getting pissed.
I feel like she's wondering why everyone isn't sensitive to her things. And it's like, bitch, come on. There are 723 children in this family and they all need to be housed. And you're talking about your goddamn wet bar.
Yeah. No, I mean, everyone's wondering why Janelle's getting pissed. And they're like looking at her like she's the fucking crazy one. And it's like.
Ah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
No.
The builders do let them know that they would need to draft an entire other floor plan to configure a wet bar without the 5th bedroom. Which, once again, I'm going to say ticky-tacky, ticky-tacky. I get it.
Right.
People live in tract housing or whatever this is called. I don't know. But there's something about not picking a house out of a, like, catalog that allows you to build what you want. But whatever. I don't know what to say. I've never built a home. If I did, I would not like for someone to tell me that I could only have my wet bar with my 5th bedroom. I would want my wet bar in a 3-bedroom home.
That's why I'm saying, like, save the money. And I know plumbing isn't easy to add in later, but, like, save the money and then do something else with that portion of your money to make it, like, a better kitchen or a better entertaining kitchen with a bigger island. Or there's just different ways that she could have swung this and swung her budget then. And it's just a dumb decision to get hung up on. She's so hung up on it.
I could see if there was a rationale about wanting to have 5 bedrooms for like resale. Like if all of the other homes at the end of the cul-de-sac are 5 bedrooms and it's like, well, we're really going to have one that's 4. I could see that. But that doesn't even come up. It's just Meri and her fucking wet bar. She needs that wet bar.
Somebody says, the builders didn't bat an eye about us being a plural family. Who's somebody?
I don't know. Is it Robyn?
And I just thought, they've been hearing about your dumbasses needing these houses for 2 fucking years. Trust me, they know you're a plural family. That's why they're not batting an eye.
Right. The first clue was when the camera crew showed up and said, we're filming a polygamous family that you already know because you've had to accept their offers and you've had to deal with their craziness already. Robyn.
We need this many lots next to each other. Please don't sell any of these lots. We've got this crazy polygamous family and we need 4 lots. Like,
they didn't even bat an eye.
They didn't even bat an eye. Like, Oh my God. Again, with the center of the goddamn universe.
Someone should take a bat to her eye.
Someone should take a bat to her eye.
Now, with this, Meri couldn't. Meri does not miss an opportunity to get emotional when talking about the struggle of having one child, about the budget, about her wet bar. And Janelle looks pissed. She just looks so pissed, and I don't blame her. And Meri says, when it came back that I would need to have so many bedrooms, you have no idea how many times I cried. It was so stressful to me. It's like you cried so many times over the fact that you would need to have 5 bedrooms? Like, this bitch needs a real problem. We're supposed to feel bad about her fertility issues and being beat over the head. My sympathy about all that has really waned because I'm like, bitch, you are insufferable. Like, this is terrible.
Yeah, she's crying on the couch. And of course, they're in an interview again. She's crying and she's like, if I can't have more kids, and then these are the kids that I have, I want space for them to feel welcome and come over. Because the kids are going to care about your wet bar. Yep.
And they're going to care about the bedrooms that they're not going to sleep in? I mean, like, oh, Meri. She's such a mess.
It's an excuse. It's all an excuse. And I'm like finally kind of realizing now where Janelle's coming from. I think it took me a while and I was like, yeah, no, everyone should get an equal budget. But the further and further this episode went on and the more and more desperate and frantic and frazzled she looked, I was like, she does not give a shit about her sister wives, because if so, she would be like, no, these are my kids too and I don't want them to go without.
Yeah.
You guys take $10K of my budget even and put it towards whatever. I don't need that wet bar in fifth
Poor
room.
Savannah could have her own bedroom. She wouldn't have to sleep in the dining room.
Yeah.
If Meri just would give up her wet bar.
Yep.
Now, when you talk about how crazy she looked, this is where I noted how her eyebrows and her makeup and her hair make her look like a bad drag queen. Or perhaps a melting mannequin. Like, it's insane.
It's real awful.
Her appearance is noteworthy.
I wrote down here, her hair and her hair's own budget.
Yes, her hair definitely has a budget. You know that.
If she saved the money from frying the shit out of her hair that she does like all the time and saved her skin budget for those shitty spray tans and tanning beds, for maybe even 2 months, she could probably have her wet bar.
Yeah. She could forego the wet bar and fund Maddie's schooling, and Maddie could do her hair.
Right?
Oh, God. In the wet bar. Well, no, that's right, because she wouldn't have the wet bar. See, I'm not good at the math with all of this. But Meri spends a lot of money on frying that hair and frying that skin, and we have to see it.
Every ounce of that spray tan has settled into a wrinkle, and it's just showing every wrinkle, showing every bump on her face and every crack and nook and cranny.
Gaping pore.
Oh.
Every imperfection on her face is like Cheeto dust all over it.
Yeah.
And these eyebrows that are oddly shaped and thin, but yet are not like pencil thin. So it's like a weird thin choice. And then the hair and just the way that she holds her face too is like Meri, you know, like there's something about her chin and her ness. And then when she's in constant tears over her 5th bedroom in the wet bar, and it's like, bitch, you look insane.
The furrowed brow.
Yeah.
It's accentuated by the dark, weird tan. It makes it look like a cartoon character with like those big eyebrow, like deep lines above the brow, like the expression lines are very exaggerated because of this bad spray tan.
Absolutely. Now, I think I might have a direct quote here from Meri Brown. I don't want to be judged for having the extra rooms. I don't need the room. And I'm like, oh my God, did you just say that out loud? And then immediately they show Janelle and she is seething inside. You can just tell that she is ready to jump off the couch and be like, bitch, you're dumb as fuck. You just said you don't even need the room. So why are you even worried about this?
She literally came out and said that she didn't need the room. And Janelle is like searing holes into the floor with the lasers coming out of her eyes. Like, zoom.
Yes, it's so
like
true.
Awful.
And I was totally Team Janelle in all of these exchanges because it was like,
So was I.
Meri, get a grip.
We get, I don't know, probably one of the best quotes of this episode, and there's been a lot of them. It's just kind of the cards we were dealt with. The kids and the homes, and we just do the best with what we can with it. And then we get her face.
I wrote down, what the actual fuck? Like, what does this even mean?
I'm like, applause, applause, applause. I don't know if I'm impressed or appalled at her turning this conversation and using these cards to get what she wants. Because she is throwing in, well, we're just dealt these cards like with how many kids I couldn't have, and now we're just dealt these cards with these homes that we're going to have to get.
She has no control over any of it. She's a victim of all these circumstances, of her fifth bedroom in the wet bar. Oh my God, it's out of control.
It really got out of control.
Now, another reason that you guys are glad that this is an audio-only podcast at this point is because I noticed now what Meri was wearing, and it was a blue tank top with floral ruffles going across her torso, layered over a pink tight shirt, long sleeve, that was so tight and thin fabric that it made her arms look like sausages.
It did.
And I don't know what those, do those shirts have a name?
The sausage casings.
It was like, girl.
They're garments. It's the garment that they have to wear under their stuff.
Well, I don't think it's the actual Mormon underwear because it's pink and like, like it's just.
It's their substitute, I think, for the garment, though.
Right.
I think that they mentioned that, but I think that these long, like tight sleeve shirts that they wear under stuff a lot is their like way of still feeling conservative.
Yeah, absolutely. I just don't know why the choice needs to be like static cling.
Light pink.
It just wasn't doing anything for her other than making her look like a bag of crap. And I was like, oh my God, Meri.
I'm going to give some fashion advice here. Women, do not wear light pink leggings. Do not wear tan or beige leggings. And do not wear them, especially with no long shirt or skirt over them, so that when someone else is walking up on your ass in Walmart, they think you're naked.
You're naked.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because that's what this would look like if it was like from far away. It would be one of those odd, weird things where you think someone's naked and they're not.
Or you're like, God, her arms are awfully pink. And then you're like, oh, she's wearing a shirt. Like,
she did have a tank top over, so I wouldn't have thought she was naked, but it is very weird and not needed then. I don't know. Usually they go for white. So yeah, you're right. Pink was a weird choice.
It just, there's been a few moments in this episode where she's wearing the layers and the undershirt is, there's not an ounce of freedom. It is sausage casing.
Yeah.
And it's terrible.
I will say, I think that in this episode, I did notice that her and Janelle look larger again.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
They've gained some of their weight back from the gym.
Yeah.
From the what was the name that Kody was like? Fundamentalist fitness.
Fundamentalist fitness.
Like, fitness fundamentals. It's like, oh my God. Returning back to the model home, Christine asks, how long until we can move in? And they say 5 months from breaking ground. And they also say that they can start building as soon as they make their selections. Their selections are finalized by the family. As soon as that happens, they can start breaking ground. And then it's only 5 months. And then, of course, we get some like blah, 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 blah from the builders about how, you know, oh, I only have one wife and trying to make choices is hard enough. I can't imagine having 4. Ha, 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 ha. And I was like, who cares?
Yeah. They do say, though, that if they got the decisions, they could start and have builders there within a week.
Like, immediately start building.
Yeah.
They just have to make their decisions.
Just get your dumbass decisions
Meri's just
made.
got to put the stamp on that 5-bedroom house with a hobby room and a pantry and a wet bar.
Just quit hemming and hawing and let the bitch do it already.
Yeah. She's a simple woman, simple taste, modest, meek, and humble. Selfless. With really, really bad hair and makeup. Cut to Janelle's house. And everyone's getting ready to attend Logan's high school graduation. Now, this is why I was singing, celebrate good times, come on. Because we're here to celebrate. And then, well, what's the antithesis of celebrate?
I don't know.
Mourn.
Yeah. As we move on. Or what's the song from
We
each
remember.
other?
Yeah.
Na, 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 na.
Vitamin C,
Vitamin C.
or orange peels or whatever her
Yep.
name is. I hated that whole thing because everything was orange with her. And I'm like, ew, you're gross. But whatever.
That song came out when we were moving from our like very first house when we were moving from Iowa to Montana as children. And that song, every time it would come on the radio, my sister would just start bawling and crying and run away. She could not handle it.
Vitamin C gives me McKelty vibes. I'm not into it.
Ooh,
Tacky.
it does.
Tacky.
Mm.
So now everyone's bustling around Janelle's house getting ready to go to Logan's high school graduation. There's hemming, hawing, yelling, screaming, blah, blah, blah. She tells us that they took a vacation and got back yesterday. And so Kody's also filling us in a little bit that, the other parents didn't know about what time to be there specifically. Maybe Janelle was a little lax on providing details. Maybe Janelle was a little sensitive to being told that she needed to provide more details. Like little who the fuck cares, but then it turns out later, all right. You did really need to provide as many details as possible to these people because they're the Browns.
They
and
apparently
they're a
don't
mess.
know how a graduation works.
Yeah, they've never been to a graduation. Well, I guess it is their
maybe.
first child.
It's their first child graduating, but come on, everybody kind of knows how to do it. They have so many siblings of their own. Shut up. They have all been to at least one
Well, this is it.
graduation.
I mean, Robyn barely grew up in polygamy, and Christine is the only one that really did. So she would be the one that you could maybe go, all right, like maybe you never went to a public school graduation. Even I find that hard to believe. So I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
But Kody tells Janelle that she needs to clarify for the adults, and she interprets it as a personal attack, blah, blah, blah. And this was where I was going, oh my God, I could never survive in this house because they yell so much. There's so much yelling. Get ready, do this, blah, blah, blah. Change your pants, change your hair, change your face, lose some weight. Drop Robyn in a ditch.
Logan's hanging 2 shirts over the edge of the stairs, like down the center of the stairs, yelling, which one?
Which
And
one?
Janelle's like yelling up, that one, like the one that looks nicer. And it's like, you are literally getting ready for your graduation. And you didn't have the shirt picked out, though, that you were going to wear. It is things like that that kind of blow my mind.
We have to leave in 15 minutes. Hunter's always late because he procrastinates and takes a long time to do his hair. He takes longer to do his hair than Maddie takes. And I'm like, my God, this whole thing is just giving me not real anxiety, but like the kind of feel of like I would be the one going like, I can't stay here anymore. I can't deal with this. It's just too much.
Just chaos. Yeah.
Too much.
You made it nice by saying bustling around. I was going to say like pure and utter chaos, madness.
Madness, for sure. Now, we do get an update also from Robyn here about her plan to attend the high school graduation of Mr. Logan. She says her plan is to intentionally get there late because Solomon cries a lot. She's got a little colicky baby, little Solomon, little King Solomon, cries and cries and cries and cries, and so she's going to leave late to get there late. And you pointed out something that I thought was rather interesting about this plan from the beginning.
Well, Janelle had told Robyn that it was going to be a 4 or 5 hour ceremony. So that is why Robyn decided, okay, if it's a long ceremony, I'm going to show up late. And my initial thought was, okay, dumbass, your name starts with B, Brown. You're going to be at the beginning of the ceremony. Show up early, watch him walk, and then leave.
Right.
Don't plan on showing up late. It's not like their name is halfway through the alphabet or towards the end of the alphabet. Then that would have made sense.
Yeah, it did not make sense to come late with Where's your sister that was just around? Where's your big titty niece? Where's all these people that are watching your children? Where are the people that are raising your kids? Leave your child with that person.
Yeah, why are you dragging your baby to this? And you're going to bring a baby late?
Right.
Everyone knows it's hard to show up with a baby anywhere,
Oh,
like
my
on
God.
time, like anyways. So leave at the normal time and you still will be late because of your baby.
She's such an idiot.
Yeah.
Now, Maddie's skirt comes up because, it's maybe a centimeter above her kneecap or some sort of thing where Janelle is convinced that Kody is going to be upset about Maddie's skirt because it's what a hooker would wear. Hooker! It's what a streetwalker would wear, a common whore. And Logan's like, it's not a party skirt, it's a pencil skirt.
He literally steps in and he's like, Mom,
Yeah.
like, lay off. Yeah, it's not a party
it's like
dress. It's a pencil
business-
skirt.
It's like business professional.
Yeah. Which was
Like,
the
oh,
style
God.
of this time. Like,
Well,
you'd wear
listen,
a pencil skirt out to the bar.
I'm going to say it for the record. I look really good in a pencil skirt.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
A party skirt, it makes me look a little easy. So I like to go with the pencil skirt, just like Maddie. Oh, God, I take it all back. No. So anyway, stupid debacle over nothing, and it gives Kody an opportunity to talk about modesty, and I don't know that
And
we
misogyny
need to,
and, like-
yeah, I know. It's
Yeah,
just
he's
awful.
I've put daughters to tears saying dads should never see those parts of their daughters' bodies before.
Oh my God.
And he's talking about his daughters crying and putting him to tears saying that. And it's like, that's okay. Are you thinking that that's like a good thing? Everyone's like, oh, well, they're girls. They're just sensitive about that. And it's like, well, not really. You're just very old school and they're not dressing any type of way. And this is my biggest pet peeve, like with young women. They're sexualized. Well, these girls, they're being sexualized from a very, very young age. Women in general, like, I don't even know. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of women could probably tell you the first time that they noticed a man was looking at their body and the age would appall you.
Right.
And I'm just thinking of his daughters, and I'm going to say it. Maddie has big boobs. She
Okay.
does. She's very young, and she probably started growing boobs at a young age, and people were probably staring at him from a very young age. I think they say she's a freshman this year,
Okay.
and even she was wearing like a normal V-neck t-shirt that on a girl that's less voluptuous, you wouldn't bat an eye at. Now you put that t-shirt on a girl that has larger boobs and all of a sudden it becomes a problem and she needs to cover it up and like shame her body. And it's just like, Kody, shut the fuck up. Like, and you have so many daughters. They're all going to have different bodies. They're all going to look different. You could put a t-shirt on Maddie and you could put a t-shirt on your other daughter right next to her and it could be the same shirt and you're going to be okay with one daughter wearing it, but you're going to shame the other one because she has bigger boobs. It's like, God, it just goes into this whole conversation about like misogyny and sexualizing girls from a young age. And it's like, you're the one being a pervert here, like not them.
Agreed. And to reemphasize a point that you had said, these girls are not walking around in like crazy outfits
No.
where you're like, oh my God, a second Britney Spears reference for Hit Me Baby One More Time. That is not happening here. We are literally talking about girls that are like, oh, I decided to maybe have a little bit of my upper arm showing. They're like,
Right.
how dare you? Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, and that's why I called out earlier too. They show Maddie, she's talking about the school thing and doing hair. And then they show a clip of her literally putting her ankles in the water with her friends. She's wearing like capris and a basic V-neck. And then they have to cut to the guy sitting across from her and make it look like he's looking at her nunga-nungas.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'm like, they're doing this to her in editing on purpose too, to make her look like she's potentially being a bad girl or she is dressing provocatively. And it's like, no, she's not. Like,
she's a minor and she's high. And you
Yeah.
are filming it and putting it on
Right?
television.
I mean, I don't know. But they are like trying to make her and some of the other daughters seem a certain way. And just like in all honesty, the girls in the family that are older have bigger boobs. They just do.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
you know, they are a little bit bigger in general and they got bigger boobs. And there's nothing wrong with that. And they're just basically saying, like, oh, yeah, you're being provocative. And it's like I had a friend in high school that had really big boobs. And from like sixth grade, she had this problem. And I always felt so bad for her because me and her could literally buy the same shirt and people would treat her differently than me. And so I just really do feel for his daughters, and they're making jokes about it. And I made my daughters cry because blah, blah, you know, I said they need to go change. No, you're shaming them for their bodies, and they're probably already embarrassed and they're going through puberty, and you need to let it go.
And Kody, of course, lacks the intellect or emotional understanding, maturity, whatever the word would be, to be like, oh, the real issue is how men look at women. Like
Mhm.
you're saying, like the way that men treat women, the way
Yeah.
that society treats women. He can't do that. He's like, oh, I have this religious dogma that makes me yell at my daughters and make them cry, and I'm proud about it and talking about it on TV. Like, what?
And I got my wife over here in a sausage shirt because she can't show her arms. Like, ugh.
Meanwhile, Robyn's selling her Jesus poop panties on the internet.
I know, like double standards much, Kody? Jesus, get it together.
Oh, God. Oh, God. It's true. Let's move on from this, even though we are scarred. The graduation is happening at UNLV, at an auditorium that's big enough to hold all the attendees. So, yeah, it's not at a high school. It is at a college, university, campus. Cool, whatever. They're pointing that out because literally we're going to have to talk about Robyn's arrival. And how she's unfamiliar, and you know, it's like finding a needle in a haystack trying to find that auditorium. I'm like, an auditorium is not a needle in a haystack, you dumb bitch.
I was stopping people on the side of the road asking college students where it was.
She was upset when she said that. I was just getting this picture. We're rolling down the minivan window, Saul in the back crying and wailing and screaming, and she's like, do you know where the blah 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 auditorium is? And they're like right there, or like take a left, and she like takes a right as she drives and takes a right.
Don't worry, that's just my baby salamander in the back there.
With my third grade education, I'm gonna take a right here at this sign. And she goes left, like, oh my God.
She's got to hold her hands up and make the bed and do
She's
the
like,
left and
"L?
right as she's driving.
Okay.
She takes both hands off the wheel to
And then
make the bed.
She causes an accident making a left with her hand. Oh, she's such an idiot. I love that we're just making this up.
She
and
tries to blame Meri, though. She says Meri forgot her
Texted her.
camera
Yes,
and
yes.
texted me and asked me to go back and get her camera.
So I had to pick up her camera.
God forbid she doesn't have her camera to make us take 500 photos with our chins tilted differently.
Also, like, okay, yes, DSLR cameras, a certain kind of mom, certain kind of time, amen. As someone who has taken a photograph in my day, what kind of photos do you think you're going to get from a million miles away of this graduation? And this is not the only photo faux pas in this
I was
episode.
gonna say, it gets worse.
It gets even worse. It's like, what are you thinking you're going to do? Anyway, whatever. Because literally when they get into the auditorium, they are in the nosebleeds. They are up way in the section, like up in the like elevated seating. Okay, anyway.
They probably could have at least gotten like a photo of the back of his blonde head with Meri's camera versus their cell phone cameras, which they attempt to do. But,
Yeah.
you know.
Oh, and maybe I don't remember seeing if when they were getting their diplomas, if they were up on a screen, like if that was something you could take a photo of.
I don't think they showed
But it's
that.
still just like, as a person who's lived a life, I can say people that take bad photos of things that are happening, life moments, I just kind of want to shake them because I'm like, you could have actually just experienced this. You documented something so terribly that you're not even going to be able to enjoy the documentation. So what's the point?
You have an entire camera crew here with you, too. Like, take a
Right.
fucking still of the TV show.
Oh, this is not the only show where that happens. These reality shows where they're like, we've got to film it. And I'm like, they are filming it.
Yeah.
Like, you are literally being filmed. Anyway, okay, sorry. Tangent.
They go back to the gym and they're kind of all gathering around and getting into their seats and stuff. And then we get some voiceovers from Kody talking about how all of these moms raised him and all the moms deserve the accolades and they're shared between everyone. And he talks about how Christine basically raised him while Janelle was out working.
Kody said this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Kody says Christine basically raised him while Janelle worked.
I totally missed that. That's insane.
I wrote the quote down because I was like, that's kind of a shit thing to say.
Right. And even though it's kind of true,
Yeah.
you don't really, I mean, it's way too blanket of a statement. Like, that is not true.
Yeah.
There's probably just elements of truth to it. It's not completely true.
They do make a point of showing Christine talking about, you know, her bond with him and
Yeah,
how close
that's
they were and
right.
how she did tutor them and she homeschooled them and then was a teacher at one of their schools.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm sure that they were extremely close and that she actually really has been the second mom to him, if any of them, you know.
Agreed.
So
I'm now remembering why I don't remember. I now remember why I don't remember. Because during this time is when they're showing that old footage of Logan being a little boy while Christine's talking about this. And this is where I got a little emotional for the first time this episode. I'm a real man. I'm not afraid to cry. I'm not afraid to wear pink. It got me in the feels. Like, he was such a little cutie patootie. And they're like showing these old videos and photos of him as a little boy. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I was a little boy with my little brothers. And it's just so adorable. And like, there is a special connection between him and Christine, and it was great to actually hear her talking about that. I liked it. And it's funny because it's hot off the heels of everyone in the stands waiting for the ceremony to begin, and Kody talking about giving Robyn directions to the fucking place on the phone, and it's like, oh my God, this is so cringe. But at least there was a cute moment of Logan as a little boy.
it was really cute. And I think that I got emotional at the same time because of the quote that Kody said. And it's like, Janelle, you know, has been the working mom like the entire time. And she's been billed as the working mom for this entire show. And so for him to say that and kind of take it away from Janelle, I feel like if I was her, I would feel a little hurt by that statement, even if it is true, because I'm a mom that works and I don't want to feel like my daycare is more of a mom to my child than I am. And I know this is a different situation completely, but like I kind of got emotional too because it's like you're watching Janelle like slowly get more emotional as she's like, you know, preparing for him to walk across the stage and then walking. And I don't know. It's just kind of like Kody's just so fucking insensitive sometimes. And he just says these big blanket statements where it's like, it's just insensitive and he needs to kind of think of his wording more and he just never will. He never does. He never will. And they pull quotes like that from him. And I hope that they never actually did sit down and watch the episodes because there would be no wonder why they all fucking hate him so much.
Right.
You know, like it would have happened sooner.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have happened even sooner if they had seen some of these things that he says.
Yeah, so cringe.
Christine basically raised him while Janelle worked. Okay.
Terrible.
Like, fuck off. Okay.
And it's
anyway.
just so unnecessary. It's about it's like a lot of the things that he has said in this show where it's just unnecessary.
Throwaway
it's like,
comments.
Why are you even saying this?
Yeah,
This,
that he thinks
Robyn,
are throwaway.
They have a special bond. And speaking of Robyn,
Mm-hmm.
she's like, I got lost.
Let's make this day about me.
This is where she was saying, I'm stopping students and you know where the auditorium is? And they're like, ma'am, are you okay? She's like, hold on. And she like moves her square jaw to the left and she's like, hold on, left. Okay, making the L. Saul, keep it down back there. Like, oh my God, this woman is a disaster. And I can't get over the idea of her thinking she should come late. It's just irritating. It's so irritating.
Do you really think that she thought she should run late or did she really just want attention? That's what I want to know. Because, like, Kody says then, too, Robyn's running late and it's diploma time. And I got to go get her.
Oh, God.
Of course you do, Kody. Of course you have to go and save Robyn and potentially miss your firstborn's graduation.
High school graduation. Because you're chasing Robyn down who can't figure out which direction's left. Like, she's an idiot. And they transition into this part of the ceremony where they're receiving diplomas. And I noted for the class of 2012, in case anyone is, not remembering what year we're in, it's 2012. Kody literally gets up out of his seat to go find Robyn. And it's great because, well, no, it's terrible, but it's great as far as footage because there is someone far back. There's someone on the other side of wherever with like a turbo zoom lens who's like in it. And he's going up the stairs in this auditorium, those concrete stairs, level by level by level, blah, 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 running up to go find Robyn. And Christine and Janelle are both talking about Kody being gone, talking about how they're texting him to come back because it's like, hello,
You're
things
gonna
have
miss
started,
it.
things are happening. Our child who has a B last name, the same last name you have, is going to be early in the thing.
Right.
Oh, God.
And I just thought to myself, well, at least his ass wasn't sweaty this time as he was running up those stairs. Unlike those Mayan ruins.
I sweat my pants, Mare.
Thank God he didn't do it in front of this auditorium of teenage children.
Logan doesn't have enough to be embarrassed about. He's got his dad's sweaty ass in this fucking auditorium.
Get that swass back down here, Kody. You're going to miss it.
And Kody does get back in time for this, though, right? Like when they actually announce Logan Taylor Brown, Kody is back. Like they'd show him shuffling, getting back into his seat. He made it back. Oh,
Back in time to shame Maddie for recording it.
I didn't catch what was the problem with Maddie recording it.
Kody is like, Maddie, are you recording this? And it's like, obviously she's recording it. She's got like the little camcorder that's probably like the size of 2 bricks taped together, right?
Yeah, in front of her face.
Yeah, yeah. And he's like, don't stand up. Don't embarrass him.
Yeah.
Okay, Dad, you're the one standing up and running up the stairs to go and get your 4th wife.
Yeah.
But okay, I won't embarrass him.
Go get your
Sitting
4th
here
wife.
recording him.
Oh my God, that's
Oh my
good.
God.
And I mean, if he did have the swamp ass, that would have made it that much better, but like it's okay.
I wish that he did. I really wish he did.
Now, this is where another little heartbreak moment comes in. Oh, God. So they announce, like I said, Logan Taylor Brown. He gets his diploma. It's a little old school in the sense that he walks and he meets up with a woman and puts his arm like this, and she puts her arm in his, and they walk down, and I'm like, why is it gender related? Like, ugh. That makes me want to puke, but that's okay. Let's not get distracted by my own anger and hurt. Janelle tells us that she missed the moment of Logan getting his diploma because she was trying to get her phone camera up and ready to take a photo.
She was fat fingering her phone and she couldn't get the fucking camera up fast enough, and she was looking at her phone and missed him walking across the stage.
Oh, God.
And my heart broke for her.
It was so sad.
It actually was really sad, and Maddie is being a little bitch and starts laughing at her.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
She starts laughing and she's like, Mom!
Oh, my God.
And Janelle's like, of course Maddie had to give me hell about it or something. And then Cody's laughing at Janelle too. And so Kody and Maddie are laughing that she missed it. And then Cody's like, I didn't know if she was crying because she was like happy or if she was crying because she was upset. It's like, of course you didn't, douche canoe.
Right. And I remember I said out loud, well, both. She's emotional because her son, her firstborn, is graduating from high school, and she's at the graduation, and she's also upset because she missed the moment because she was fat fingering her phone. You know, it's like she was on the verge of tears getting out of that desk, and now the tears are coming. The tears are coming. She said she was mad and she was devastated. She said she was devastated. Like, girl, that sucks. That was hard to watch. I felt like the tears were, you could see that she was like doing that thing of like, don't let it, don't let it, don't let it, don't let it. And then it like, they welled up and then you could see the tears. And I was like, oh God, I felt for her so much in that moment.
I did too. Cause then Robyn's dumbass walks in right when all that happens, like right after all that happened. 10, 15 minutes later, Robyn comes trotting in and she's mad. And Cody's like, Robyn's like a wet blanket coming in. And it's like, this isn't about you guys. It's about him. And like, oh, I've got one wife that's late, so she's mad, and I've got one wife that fat fingered her phone and she's sad, and this is about him. And he's not wrong. You're not wrong in this moment, Kody. You're not wrong. But maybe just shut the fuck up again.
When Robyn, yes, gets to the aisle and she's walking in, Christine was like, I'm going to give her space. Like, I'm not going to, like, be too into it. And you can see when Robyn sits down, she, like, Meri must have said something about Saul, and she's just, like, giving the baby to Meri.
Just like, furious.
You could see her jaw unhinge and move forward. And it was like, she's
like Johnny Bravo.
She's fucking pissed. Now, it would be remiss of me. It would be a crime against humanity if I didn't talk about my favorite shot thus far. Favorite camera shot. Oh, God, Meri with that ambulance in season 1. Or the fake, the sound, the siren.
Yeah.
When Robyn arrives at the top of the inside of this auditorium / Coliseum, she's at the top of the stairs. So this is what's so great. This camera that's off in the distance that caught Kody running up the stairs has now zoomed in on her. And it's not well lit because it's at the top of the stairs. But the digital camera is still picking up enough of her where it's like dark, but you can still see all of her. And she looks like a serial killer. She looks insane. She looks like a psycho. She's standing at the top of the stairs holding Saul like, the little baby devil that he is. And she's like looking and
eagle-eyed,
standing
looking around.
and seething. And it's like, oh my God, this woman, I would have loved to have seen someone just like push her down the stairs at that point because it was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I didn't know that I could hate Robyn any more than I already did. And
as she walked down the stairs,
God.
I don't know if you heard this, but I heard
she was straight up nuts looking.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they cut to her and she's like, it just hits me. You missed it. I'm like, you missed it. You fucking idiot. It sounded like, you missed it. It sounded like that guy that does Harry Carey, whatever his name is. You missed it. Like, oh my God. Yes, you missed it. Oh God. And after she sits down, we talked about they can all sense how mad she is. And Janelle's like, well, we were all frustrated and we weren't interacting. And I was like, yeah, they all look pissed.
No one is talking.
Yeah. I'm thinking to myself, they need to get it together to be celebrating Logan. Like, this is Logan's celebration. Yeah. And they all are a bunch of grown-up fucking babies sitting in a row, poopy-faced, all mad about everything. And it's like, I don't know, it just kind of reminded me of some of the family things I've had. And not to make it all about me, but it sucks when you're doing a thing, you're having a moment, you're like, whatever. Luckily, he didn't have to see this in person.
I was going to say, luckily he didn't just look up and like smile back at them and they're like, no, okay.
And they all look pissed. It's like, y'all,
Kody did say, like, to Kody's credit this one time, he did say, I was like, okay, everyone, like, we got wet blanket energy here and we need to shake it off. It's about him, not us. And he did say that, but that was a voiceover. So did he really say that, or did he say that after the fact when he realized how they were acting like someone shitting their Cheerios?
Because when they showed the clip of them, like, he didn't look like he was being all like, you guys, let's turn these frowns upside down. Like,
he was sitting in the middle of them straightforward, trying not to get kicked in the dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. It's funny because the only one that probably wasn't upset was Meri at the end. And it's like, what a turn of events. Mm-hmm. Meri's not crying and freaking out and being upset.
Because it's not her.
There's not.
She's sitting out there looking pretty like, da-da-da.
She's like, Robyn brought me my camera. I'm cool. Give me Solomon. I'm
is Robyn in trouble for once?
Baby on my knee. God. She's like, oh, God, this wet bar.
Part of me wonders if this wasn't Robyn's bright idea to be late, but if it was Kody telling her, well, you should just come later then because you're going to have to bring Saul and he's not going to sit well through this. So maybe part of the reason that Robyn is so mad, because she actually is mad.
I agree. She looks literally pissed off.
I don't think this was a ploy to get attention. When they showed it in the preview, I thought, this dumb bitch is trying to make this about her. She is going to be like oh no, I need Kody's attention to help me get directions. Oh no, woe is me, damsel in distress. I don't think it was that situation. I think she was just dumb enough to not be able to find where she was going. And I think Kody probably told her or agreed with her that she should show up late. So I think she's actually really mad at Kody because there's some reason that he factored into her being late.
She missed it. And I think it's more important that the whole thing is happening than that she missed Logan's graduation.
I think so too.
I think she's upset that this is happening, and Kody probably made the suggestion or didn't talk her out of it when he should have.
Yeah.
You're right. Oh, God. Fuck Kody.
As per usual. They go outside of the auditorium now. They're all like meeting up afterwards. And Janelle is wearing a red shirt with a pink flower lei. And I noticed it the whole time, but then I really noticed it because they meet up with Logan and they're all taking photos together and all the moms are getting in a picture with Logan. And Janelle is wearing a red shirt and a pink lei like she just got off a plane in Hawaii.
I remember the red shirt. The pink lei didn't stand out to me.
Is there a reason? Like, is UNLV some sort of like... I was like, is this in solidarity for something? Is this like a mom of the graduating class and then no one else had one?
Well, it's certainly not for their mascot because we know that's the balls with the hat on.
Oh, yeah. It's the ball sack with the prospecting hat on.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
So, it could have been a thing. Like if you're a mother of a graduate, you get a lei. But why would that even be a thing in the middle of the desert? And why would you wear it for photos? I don't quite follow. We get a spotlight moment from Logan where he's talking about being ready to start his life. And I was so excited for him because I was just like, yes. He doesn't care terribly about graduating, but it really mattered to him that his family was there for the ceremony itself. So while he's sharing that, I also kind of wonder, like, do most high school seniors really care about their family being there? Probably not that much. But also, maybe yes. And so for them to have been so fucked up and pissed and ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, my parents didn't come to my college graduation. They went to fucking bingo. Like, insane. And when I called them out about it, because I was like, well, I guess I didn't tell you and pressure you to come. I had just assumed you'd want to. My mom literally said, well, I just thought if we won money, then I would give it to you. And I'm like,
no.
Swear to God. Hand on Bible.
Oh, no.
So when you have those kind of experiences with your parents, yeah, it just kind of makes you lose respect. And I just felt bad for him because I think he probably was feeling like it would be great if they were there and they cared. And it was all overshadowed by stupid bullshit.
My biggest nightmare would be like, oh, I'm going to my kids' show, let's say they're as wonderful as I was at singing.
A star.
And they decide that they're going to be, in a show and I happen to have to pee at the exact time that their solo is. I'm going to be that mom that's like trying not to like pee her pants because I want to see it.
Yeah.
Or like if I were to get up to go to the bathroom, God forbid I miss that like one moment, type of thing. And that's why I'm saying, like, for Janelle, I was heartbroken for her when that happened. And it's upsetting, when there are just parents that don't think that these things are big deals. And God. And so if he were...
Even as like the person who's graduating, the person who's doing the thing,
right,
you might not even know it's a big deal until you realize they didn't even watch, they didn't even come, they were fighting about stupid shit.
Till you look back.
And then it's like, that's what was happening.
But my point is that at least if he watched this footage back, he'll realize how upset his mom was that this was going on.
True.
And how emotional she was. It wasn't like God damn it. And now it wasn't like I'm mad. And like, she wasn't mad. She was genuinely like upset and heartbroken, which is a different reaction than like anger, which I don't know. I think it reads different, right?
I agree.
I think it reads differently.
Absolutely.
But,
and to have heard what Christine was saying about him would have been heartwarming as well.
Yes.
She was so kind about his upbringing and everything.
Yeah.
We have one of the stranger transitions in Sister Wives history at this point, where now we're going to have Meri visiting her younger sister, Elaine. And it's like, where the fuck did this come from? All of a sudden, Mary's like, so I decided to pop in and visit my sister, Elaine. And she's like literally like walking up the front steps, and Elaine opens the door and it's like, greetings, salutations. And it's like, what the fuck? There was no
Whiplash.
like coming up later, like to be like, oh, blah, blah. There was no foreshadowing that this was going to happen. All of a sudden, Mary's visiting Elaine. And Elaine just had a baby. Now, they've both struggled with their fertility issues, but Elaine has had a baby. And so Meri wanted to talk to her about it. What stood out to me immediately was that Elaine looks like Leon, but just with like thick-rimmed glasses. And then she starts talking and she sounds like Leon. And I was like, oh my God. Like, it's so weird when someone looks more and sounds more like an uncle or an aunt or a grandparent than their actual parent. It's like, this is weird. This is weird. But then you see where it comes from.
Right. Did we mention Elaine is 5 years younger?
We did not.
Okay.
No, but she is.
I think that's important because, you know, they're talking about their fertility issues and that they've both struggled with fertility issues, and that Elaine just had a baby.
Yes.
Like a newborn. Mary's over there to visit Elaine and talk about fertility and hold the newborn, see the baby. They show Kody and Meri sitting on the couch, and they're cutting between their interview and this visit with Elaine. And Kody says that Mary's indecision trifles with his, and his indecision then trifles with Mary's.
Yeah.
Trifling.
Trifling.
Trifling, bitch.
And I was curious. I'm like, is this the correct use of that term? And I don't even know. I can't even say. I mean, is it right to say that the decision is trifling against another one?
No. All I think is like, you trifling little hussy.
I know. I'm like, I feel like trifling is a word I've heard about, like, ill-mannered people in music. Like, that girl's a trifling hoe or something. Like, I don't even know what that means.
No,
But
it was funny.
Chalk it up to us both being kind of like Robyn in our own ways.
I suppose.
Now, Elaine says that maybe Meri is ready for the next phase of her life. Maybe she is ready to have a baby. Which, oh my God, what? Mary's like borderline elderly at this point. Like,
That's what I'm saying. She's 5 years younger than her. And
Right.
even, I'm not going to lie, even Elaine looks a little older to have a newborn.
yes, agreed.
So-
Agreed.
She does say that she doesn't see the desire in Meri anymore like she did even a few months ago, which got me to thinking that maybe the whole desire in Meri to have a baby had more to do with the fact that Robyn was pregnant and getting attention, and then baby Saul was born, and oh, he's getting all this attention, this baby attention.
Yeah.
And so maybe a couple of months ago, when she saw the desire in Mary's eyes, it was more related to that. And now that's like petered out again because she's like, oh, no, I don't want that.
Right. Robyn volunteering surrogacy
Yeah.
offer when she had Saul.
Yeah.
So this was already, bubbling under, percolating up as a thing before that.
Mhm.
But then, yes, because Robyn is the hot new thing, even though she is cold, old, and not a thing. And then you've got Meri seeing that Kody's giving all this attention to a newborn in ways that he never has with other children. I don't think the other wives would probably say, he always shows up with the newborn and always does whatever. Like, that was something they would have said in season 1 as a voiceover moment, but in all reality, no. And then Robyn with his little perfect angel Saul. So I'm sure, Kody was floating around and Meri was like, ooh, that totally makes sense.
Yeah, I think that she was like jealous of the attention and that it made her, for a blip in time, think about the prospect of it again. And rose-colored glasses, maybe this is something that I should want or could want or do want.
Well, plus babies, kind of do make you want to have a baby,
Yeah.
a little bit. Like, you don't even need to be a woman and have the biological clock thing going. But, like, you could be like, yeah, it's fucking cute and, like, whatever, even if it's Solomon.
For sure. I used to before having kids, when some of my friends would have them, I'd be like, oh, my joke was, my ovaries are crying. Like,
Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
can feel the little
Mhm.
twinge like that. I want one. And so I could see that being kind of the time that she was thinking about it more. But her sister probably knows her better than Kody does, especially after the passing of their other sister.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably have bonded and gotten very close. And if they've both had infertility issues, they've probably spoken ad nauseum about this, right?
They probably shared.
Yeah. So the fact that she's saying this and sees in Meri that she is not on this page anymore, this chapter of her life is maybe over, and that Kody can't see that, there's stuff going on with the miscommunication between her and Kody in this issue,
Yeah.
as
Yep.
we know.
Meri says something really idiotic at one point. She says, "We've tried everything but in vitro." And then but it's like, girl, like, no, that means you have not tried everything.
The only thing we haven't tried is in vitro.
Right. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. It's like, no, that means that, well, what we really know is you and your husband have sex like once or twice a year. Once a year. And you have not tried in vitro. So what have you been trying? Like, she's a liar and a fraud.
We've been showing up to the doctor's office, Chris. Doesn't that count?
With the camera crew,
Yeah.
I've been crying on film a lot about it. Like,
That's what they show. They
God.
show clips of them at these doctor's office appointments from the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it.
Absolutely. And yet they have pulled no triggers, but they've tried everything. Except Cody's like, I haven't shot I was going to say a load.
I haven't blew my load in that in 70 years ago.
I haven't pushed my seed in that hole in a long time. Like, oh my God, Kody. And understandable. Elaine tells her, maybe you should try it again. And then Meri hems and haws and said a bunch of shit that I don't even care about. I mean, I don't even know.
She said that she's been trying to get everyone's opinion on the situation
Yeah.
and that she's just really thinking that maybe she just needs God's.
Right. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm getting people's opinions. And Kody says to her, why don't you just get God's opinion? And I'm like, and she goes, I'm trying. It's like, get God's opinion. Isn't that really just saying pray, which for some people means asking a voice in their head and then having their head tell them something? I
Yeah.
mean, like, I don't even want to like dog on spiritual people or religious folk or anything like that. It's just like the way that this is being talked about, it's like getting God's opinion.
Yeah. I
It's
think that
weird.
the thing probably most people would say is like meditate on it, sit with it in silence and think about it. If that voice in your head speaks to you and says that you should do it, that's God answering you.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like everybody's idea of that is different, but the way they're talking about this is pushy and not spiritual.
No.
And so that's where the like discombobulation
Yes.
is with the conversation. Like
Yeah.
it would be spoken about differently in most like spiritual conversations.
Like
right?
legitimate, I don't even want to say legitimate, but like actually spiritual things. Yes.
Yeah.
Why don't you just get God's opinion? Are you fucking kidding? When she says, I'm trying. I was so distracted by her crazy face, her
Yeah.
insane makeup, and her Keith Urban hair. I was like, what is going on here? Like, why do you look like this? And why is this happening?
Yeah, she says it in this like angry whining voice, the I'm trying.
Yeah.
And she does this like cat in the hat face, where they get like the severe lines that drag down next to their mouth and it
Yeah.
looks like cat in the hat with the makeup on.
It's
And
insane.
She looks nuts. She looks unhinged.
Yes.
This whole interview is like the worst I think I've ever seen her look. And it is the spray tan that has settled into the crevices and the expression lines. And then she's a very expressive person anyway with her
Right.
mouth and eyebrows. And so it's just nauseating to watch.
Her face is giving you like motion sickness. It's moving too much. It is. She needs a lot of Botox, a lot less spray tan.
She looks like a
Better
troll.
makeup. She looks terrible.
Like I don't even want to pick on like someone for their appearance because you can't help the way that you look.
I know.
But all of these things are things that she's like kind of done to herself.
Yep.
And she is angry and she's not like tempering herself, and not that you should have to like rein it in, girlfriend, but at the same time, this isn't your first rodeo. You're on camera and you are making yourself look like a fucking troll under a bridge that is having a fit because someone didn't answer your riddle correctly to cross the bridge, but they're trying to. She's gonna kick Kody off that bridge. I'm trying.
And another, oh God, there's so many golden moments from her.
We get another arbitrary date.
Well, before that, I don't feel like this is like choosing what color car I should buy. Girl, no one is insinuating that you deciding whether you should have it. Well, okay, it is Kody Brown. But, no one's saying it's like picking the color car you want to buy. Like, bitch, why are you coming up with these things? Like, I guess it might be the pressure. I don't know. But it's just.
She's cracking.
She's cracking all over the place.
Yeah.
It's got so many cracks. There's cracks everywhere.
God.
God, Meri. Good God, Meri.
This is where I started getting really, really mad at Kody.
Yes.
So he sets another arbitrary date with her.
Yeah.
And he says, in 2 months, it's a no or it's a yes. Apparently, they've got a big work thing coming up. They're going to be super busy with work. And in 2 months, it's a no or it's a yes. And Kody says, I'm going to have more kids. So I'm all right saying that I'm all done. I'm all good. He literally makes a washing of the hands motion.
Yeah.
And like flicks his hands down and says, so you need to decide if I'm okay not having a baby or if I'm going to go all in. And then he says he's making her sign a contract.
Yep, I'm closing the deal now. You're going to sign the contract, yes or no?
Yeah, 2 months, yes or no. I need to get one closed today.
I was wondering if this 2-month thing, because now we get a reference to the closing of the houses, right? So we talk about buying the homes. And I'm wondering if there's more than just the homes with this business talk.
I think he's talking about a sale that he's been trying to close with the job, because he says, I need to get one closed today.
Exactly.
Like I'm going to get it out of you if I couldn't get it out of a client.
Right. And that's where I was connecting the dots with like closing on a home. Like there's all of these things happening that they're not telling us
I think
about.
he's talking about closing on a deal. And because then they're going into like, you've got until the move. We've got all this work that we've got to settle. We've got this big whatever coming up with work. Like they're referencing something very vaguely with work and how it's going to be really busy the next 1 or 2 months because of the house and because of work.
And then there becomes this moment of them kind of going through this conversation where I don't know what the crux was. I feel like they might have cut something out because he's like, can we get through our busy work over the next 2 months and then make a decision? So it's like you were the one pushing for the closing of the deal. And now you're going, well, we actually are busy and there's deals to close. So can we make this decision in a couple months? And maybe it was just him defaulting to giving her a little, flexibility, giving her the gift of time, blah, blah, blah. But I kind of suspect there's something that I'm missing.
There's something else going
something
on,
was going on. And so they land on the end of the year, basically.
He says, you've got until the end of the year. That's it. You might feel different when we move into the homes. And she goes, that's what I've been thinking.
Yeah.
I've been thinking I might feel different when I get into the home.
Right.
No, he just suggested that, and so now you're going to go along with it.
That was so the vibe. That's what I've been thinking. It's like, that didn't even cross your fucking mind. He said it, and you're like, that's it. Which is in the midst of tears and breakdown. Like, these people are so dysfunctional.
It's gotten very heated and, like, worked up through this conversation, and she's kind of, like, hunched over and crying, and I thought by the end of this episode, the way she was crying, I was like, maybe she does really want a baby. I go back and forth because she has these times where she's so emotional about it. And this was a moment where it started out really dumb. And I was like, oh my God. And then she's comparing it to a car and all this shit. But then by the end, like, she seems to have like cracked through that facade and that she's actually like really crying about this. But then I think, and I'm like, is it because she's sad about the baby, or is it because she's literally cracking because she's over this conversation and being beaten with it like this, and that it just happened yet again? And there's all these people standing around watching it, and like, is it the pressure or is it the baby that you're upset about?
My gut at the time was thinking it was the pressure, particularly linked with Kody, like being like, I feel like she doesn't know whether this is going to get his approval or his love in the way that she wants it. You know, like if she says yes, that she might get that, but I don't know that she wants that. I think she knows that he's like falling out of love with her, that he doesn't really care about her in the way that she wants him to. And so this is a fix, but she knows it's not a real fix.
Last ditch effort,
Yes,
but the
totally.
wrong one, maybe.
Like she might not actually be consciously aware of what I'm
Mhm.
saying, but it's bubbling under. It also reminded me of the thoughtful potterer and how her indecision to pick a fucking color to put on a pot. Like
Mhm.
this woman can wax and wane and hem and haw, and I don't even know the bedrooms and the wet bar and the baby and the color of my car. And it's like, bitch, when you think about it right now, maybe the upheaval and the move to Vegas was a lot and stuff, but by the time we're in season 5, this bitch has a life of what?
Yeah.
She's sitting around doing what? Hawking products and doing what? Like, I just kind of feel like she can't make a decision or something. There's something going on with that too. An element of that.
Maybe, like, yeah, she's been dragging him on for forever about it, saying and dangling this over his head that this
Yeah.
is something she might do to keep his attention and to keep his, like, eye.
100.
And
There's a disingenuous thing with her,
Yeah.
but also with him.
both of them.
With both of them.
They're
He's
both
talking
guilty
about
of
it like, yeah, I mean, I really would support your decision if that was your decision. You know what I mean? Like, he's not being like, babe, I really would love to have a child if you really want to. Like, he doesn't say that once.
No,
He
he
never does.
literally says, I'm going to have more kids,
Yeah.
so I'm all right. Saying, I'm all good.
Right. The washing of the hands.
The
totally.
washing of the hands movement that he
Oh.
made.
Unbelievable.
I would have stood up and slapped him in the ass
Oh,
and
God.
been like, I'm done. I'm done. You're literally telling me that you've got another prize mare that you're going to breed, so it doesn't matter if I say yes or no.
Oh, that prized mare. She's got a beautiful jaw.
Yeah. Well, and that could be part of the reason that Leon's so pissed too in the other episode, because Leon's been drugged through this too and wanting a sibling, and Meri's probably been lying to Leon saying, well, we're trying, we're talking about it, we're trying. Just like with the houses, how they lie to these children so many times that they have them, then they don't, then they have them, then they don't. They do it with everyone in their lives. They're doing it
Yeah.
with their partner. They're doing it with the kids. They're doing it like with themselves. It's like this fucked up lying game that they play.
Totally. That does make sense with Leon's upsettedness.
Mhm.
Like, they probably are going like, I can't even get a straight fucking answer. Like, the
Yeah.
frustration level is beyond even just like emotionalness. It's like, my God.
Yeah. Everyone in this family fucking lies.
Yeah,
and
they're
it's
all
about big
grifters.
things.
Yeah. Totally dishonest.
It's about life decisions that are like life-changing decisions.
Yeah, children, marriage, moving, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
Kody says, I understand. I'm sorry. And I was like, is he winning an award for this? What's going on?
Cool.
Were we supposed to? Yeah.
Yeah. I accept your apology.
Cool.
We're all good here.
Oh, I would have loved
I
that.
know we're cool. Like,
Mary's like, but honestly, Kody, what color of car should I get? This is a fucking disaster. She's a disaster. And she responds, I don't think you do. When he says he understands, I don't think you do. And then that's the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Can't even with these people. Can't even.
Boy.
A lot to talk about. And then ends with Meri saying, I don't think you understand. And it's true, he doesn't. He doesn't want to. He doesn't care. He does not care. Now, darling, I believe it's your turn to start us off with your mustard seed. Let's start with mustard seed because shit stain's going to be good. So let's start with mustard seed.
Okay. I am going to give my mustard seed to Janelle for multiple reasons.
Of course.
Number one, I feel her pain now with the wet bar 5-bedroom situation, and I'm on her side now. I think that Meri's being selfish, and I think that Janelle did a very good job of holding her tongue. Every single time that it was brought up in this episode, she threw her eyes down and she bore holes into the ground with her laser eyes and she shut her mouth. So she gets props for being able to shut her mouth. I couldn't have done it. Are they real props for that? Probably not, because she probably should have spoken up. Nobody in this family ever does. So take that or leave that. It is what it is. I also give her props for being a good mom and supportive of her son, and I just feel for her with the trying to get a photo thing. I think she kind of realized a little bit too late that, oh shoot, Meri doesn't have her camera and I need to get a photo, and like was doing the dumb like trying to get it up quickly thing, and like, you know, then it was over, and so I feel really bad for her.
And then when the pressure's on, so you can't even, you're like,
Yeah,
I should be able to do this.
When they showed her, because the camera that was like across, that was getting like the good, you know, far away shots that you were saying, showed her in that moment too, struggling with her phone, and you could literally see her fat thumbing it, trying to get it like up, and the shock on her face when she realized she missed it. The camera caught all of it.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I do think that she is a good mom, and I think that her heart showed through in this episode.
Yeah.
So she gets my mustard seed.
That is a good choice, and I full-heartedly support that choice.
Mm-hmm.
I think I, in this episode, am going to give my mustard seed to Logan because it is his graduation. That is a big thing about this episode. I liked the flashbacks. That made me emotional. I liked him getting ready for the graduation, eating a bowl of cereal or something and being like, Mom, it's a pencil skirt. Like, come on, you know?
That was good.
And even his reference to like, I'm done with high school. I'm going to live my life. And I love that energy from like an 17, 18-year-old going into the world being like, I'm ready for my next chapter.
Yeah.
I love that. I find that so much more appealing than the like, I just don't know. And I just don't know, whatever. Like, he's enthusiastic about his future. And I think that's great. I love that. I hope you're ready to reveal your shit stain.
Oh, as long as it looks like Jesus.
This is it. Put it on display. Put it on a billboard. Who is your shit stain?
Oh, boy. I'm going to say that my shit stain is Kody Brown. I know.
Okay.
It was between Meri and him. And I'm going to choose him because of his comment that he made about that he knows he's going to have more kids, so he's all right if she's done.
Mm-hmm.
Washed his hands of it.
Absolutely.
That was a gross thing to say to her.
It was so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, and then he talked about the girls' clothes towards the middle of the episode. And then he, at the very beginning of the episode, started out strong with the narcissism and dressing in a suit for his children's teachers to show off. I don't fucking know. Parent-teacher conferences, gotta wear a whole suit.
Oh my God.
So, yeah, all of his colors were shining on through during this episode, but the biggest one being his true love for Robyn and the fact that she was going to bear him more children, so he didn't really care if Meri wanted to anymore or not, and he literally said it.
He didn't even hide it.
Nope. Didn't even mince words.
Also, to add on to your case
Okay.
as the assistant DA.
Yes.
he totally told Robyn to come late with that fucking baby.
I think he did.
You are right about that.
I think he did.
Of course he did.
The way her jaw was set,
It was down and out.
there was something else
Yeah.
there.
Like you could have put a diamond in there and it would have.
Yeah.
So good choice.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised that one of your runner-ups wasn't Robyn.
Mm-hmm.
Because I shouldn't say surprised. Robyn's so terrible. But we can't, it's against the rules of nature and God and all of that to give more than one shit stain per person. And I am going to select your other runner-up, Meri.
Yeah.
Meri, quite contrary. I have given you so many mustard seeds in this show.
Mm-hmm.
Humiliated, embarrassed, shamed my family, ruined my future to give you all these mustard seeds. And then this episode, I have to give you the greasiest, least Jesus-looking shit stain I've ever seen.
Her shit stain looks like Satan.
Exactly. There's Satan in that shit stain. The bitch is out of control.
Yeah.
The 5 bedrooms, the wet bar, the crying, the comparing giving birth to picking a color of a car. It's just a lot.
The manipulation. She started using the tactic of the fewer children as a manipulation in this episode, and it was so apparent.
Yes. She literally has lines where it's like, you just said this out loud and it's filmed and you're not even saying immediately afterwards, like, I didn't mean that, or like, oh my God, I just am talking nonsense because I'm crazy. Like, no, you're just a crazy bitch. Oh, then the faces, the makeup, the eyebrows, the hair, the clothes, just like there was like, what was the redeeming quality for Meri? She did hold Solomon for a minute, so that's cool. It's just terrible. Meri, you have earned this shit stain, and I hope you smell it.
You two deserve each other. She admitted she didn't need the other room, and Kody admitted he didn't need her womb. There you go. Both of these shit stains at the end deserve each other.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Even though they don't end up together.
Worthy up, Meri. Worthy up. Our Keep Sweet moment this week comes to us from Apple Podcasts, and it is a review left by user Smimberly. Now, when I first saw this, I asked you, Kimberly, I said, is this you, Smimberly? And you said no.
No.
Smimberly says, crying, laughing. How do you know when you found a gem of a podcast? When it's late at night, you can't sleep, and you wake your husband up by snort laughing and literally shaking the bed trying to control your laughter. That's how. Every episode is hilarious. Thank you for making my day that much better. Now, I have to say, Smimberly, thank you for the 5 stars. Thank you for the glowing praise, which I will accept 100%, and Kimber will accept less than 100%, but I will gladly accept it. Just thank you from the bottom of my broken heart. Also, I hope you agree that Meri deserves a shit stain and Kody deserves a shit stain. And I hope you agree with our mustard seeds this week.
Smimberly, snoo snar, snow, snutterful, sny snub snoo.
That was good.